Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I thought I'd show a few images from uh, the ChatGPT did using an idea that I talked about in some previous videos, which is using some styles from midlibrary.io that are benchmarked. So benchmarked means the people from the website uh, have they have a criteria that they use for measuring the the prompts, and so they have a list of higher ranked prompts, and these are the styles that I'm drawing from that I'll be showing these images here. And primarily they have photography. So here's a photography one. They have art, illustrators, and designers. And this is an art style that I really liked a lot. And I don't know this particular artist, but this was in the benchmark. So they just gathered most of these have people's names associated with them. And they have a list of these styles that people liked, at least the ones that did the benchmarks. And I like them too. I think this is gorgeous. So these were all four from the same batch. I upscaled these, so I'm choosing one or more from the different batches. So you can see a variety of different styles in terms of, like, this is a futuristic one. This looks like a digital art painting me. This one I recognize is Wyeth. This is the way the Midjourney represents. I think it's Andrew Wyeth's work. You have this rustic type idea. So these prompts are all featuring Bifrost, which is a a Norse mythological idea. It has to do with the rainbow bridge. So a number of these prompts will show like here's a bridge. Here also another one. And you can sort of see the rainbow idea in some of these. And in some of them it's quite explicit. Here's a Andy Warhol. I liked this batch a lot, so I did several from this one. I guess I did all four. This looks like the Golden Gate Bridge to me, but it doesn't explicitly say that. It just says a bridge, so maybe Midjourney has that associated with Warhol in its database. Here's a Pollock and Monet. It's gotten so much better at the way that it handles um, some of these styles. This just looks. I I don't think I have enough knowledge or a good enough eye that I could determine this wasn't an actual Monet. I just saw a picture of it. Whereas in version 5, it was pretty easy to do that. For one thing, it didn't use nearly as many colors as what you see here. It's a lot more nuanced. This is great too. It really captures the feeling of mistiness. And this was a Dali type and Van Gogh, where this was my favorite of the Van Goghs that it did because it didn't have that. It likes to use the swirly sky and and all the images, and here it didn't do that. So it was nice. I liked it when it's doing something a bit different. And another artist. So in these benchmarks, there were. Let me interrupt myself here to say this is a prompt that I did myself. This is the only one. All the others were ChatGPT. And I like using this. Nature always wears the colors of the spirit. That seems to give nice images. I thought this is a beautiful image. You got the rainbow. Don't really see a bridge, but very beautiful. And Okay, back to the benchmarks. And a lot of these people that it's referencing are people that I'm not familiar with. Here's another one of the Nature Wears the Colors of the Spirit. Real pretty. This was a black and white one. It did a number of these, which you can see the bridge, but I thought to capture a rainbow bridge, black and white's probably not that effective. Here you can see the ideas. Here's the bridge. You can kind of see the rainbow colors and the different, looks like a time-lapse photography type of idea. So these are photography ones. And another of the time-lapse type look. So it'll do designers, uh, photography, art, and illustrators are the main ones that it has, and the benchmarks that it has. Here we've got kind of a rainbow bridge. You can see the bridge of the rainbow. It's pretty image. This was one of my favorite ones. So this was, you don't really see a bridge or a rainbow here, but it's a pretty image. And it's a cyanotype, which is an old style photography. I think back from the 19th century. Cars are kind of weird there. And I think we're getting, this is the last one, I think, or actually the first one because I went backwards. Here you see the Rainbow Bridge. So now we're going to go into a different theme, which is Will-o'-the-Wisp. And here we see some designers. So the themes are daily themes that they have in Midjourney. This one I quite liked a lot. And another designer here. And I'm not sure what this was. This is a poster. Okay. More designer. And what was this one? Crafting materials featuring. Yeah, this looks like designer too. So these were all designer ideas around Will-o'-the-Wisp, which I thought were quite pleasant images. And then we might be, looks like these are still, yeah, these are still designers because this is outside space. And it has this, the Will-o'-the-Wisp, the original idea, the historical idea was of a light at night over a marsh. So you can see how it's incorporating a similar idea here in the way that it's representing these structures. Okay, now we're getting into illustrators. So we have designers, illustrators, artists, and photographers. This looks like an artist to me. Yes, now we're getting into artwork. And here we have, I like these quite a bit. A lot of times I don't really, this is architectural precision with mystical elements. Yeah, there's a lot of these people in these benchmarks I'm not familiar with, but I really like the way these came out. A lot of times I don't really care for some of the abstract stuff that Midjourney does, but I like these quite a lot, that these are quite cool. And here we're going to a lone traveler type idea. So that's what ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT for ideas involving Will-o'-the-Wisp, things that it could be coupled with. And it mentioned that the concept of a lone traveler would be something that you would see. So you'll see a number of these images that are featuring a lone traveler and the way that it's treating these. So you have a mixture of art and photography. This style I liked quite a lot. It's George Tucker, I guess, which again I'm not familiar with, but I thought these were pretty cool. And this is, I'm just really amazed at how much better it's gotten from like a year ago when I'm not sure exactly when 4 came out, but I think it might even still just have been doing 3. And it just keeps getting better and better. Here we got the light over the marsh idea here also. And a photography. Here's got the lone traveler. Here we got a real dinky guy. Must have taken a potion to shrink himself. This one looks a little kind of more realistic, the perspective. And here we got David LaChapelle. So he is someone I'm familiar with, and I like the way Midjourney interprets using his name in the prompts. You get really bright, vibrant ideas. Ansel Adams, black and white. Okay, I think I'll stop here in terms of showing the images, and we'll briefly mention the website that these come from, which is called midlibrary.io. It has over 4,000 styles. Definitely want to check it out. You can put in benchmarks and the search facility that it has. And that's where I got the benchmarks for the script that I wrote. I just grabbed everything that it had. There's about 350 of them. I think about 6 pages that it does. And also, if you drill into it, it will explain how the benchmark, how it does the benchmarks. And I found this to work really, really well in terms of getting a nice group of styles that are pleasant and a nice variety. And then here's the script, which is on my December blog. I haven't started my January one yet. And I will give the URL for that. You can just copy and paste the script. And in another video, I might go into how to actually create a script like this yourself. If you're interested in that, we can discuss that in a future video. And here it has the categories, and I broke them up into subcategories. So it just had photography, but I've got different types of photography because I found that that works better in working with ChatGPT, and it gives you more flexibility in what you might want to do. For example, if there's certain styles that you like realism and naturalism, impressionism and post-impressionism, I like those styles. So in ChatGPT, I could reference those styles. Oh, I guess, here we go. This is what I wanted to show. Uh, I could just reference the styles and say, do 12 more, focusing on realism and naturalism and impressionism and post-impressionism. And this was using the Bifrost daily theme. So those were a number of the ones I was showing with Monet and some of the other artists were grabbing this part from the catalog. So you can either reference certain benchmarks or categories explicitly, or just have it jump around and do things, um, that it chooses. I like doing a combination of that. Okay, so highly recommend this website, midlibrary.io, and I will put in the description of the video the URL for the script. I have several scripts from Midlibrary. I've got one on benchmarks and a couple of others. I have one for genres, and I have for art techniques. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to find these things with the Blogger software. But I have a number of posts. So all of these posts are dealing with uh, doing images with ChatGPT Well, if you hunt around, maybe you'll have more success than I have. Oh, maybe I put them in January. That's possible. I see there's a January one here. Let's see what, okay. So I did start what says, this is interesting. I clicked on January, and here it says December. Let's see the post that I have. Oh, so, okay, so that did show it. That showed the techniques. Um, I did see that right here, I think. So it says prompts based on techniques. So I've got one on techniques, I've got one on benchmarks, and I've got one on um, genres. And my favorite one was the benchmarks. So I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. Till next time.